Good afternoon, this is Joseph Sands. I'm doing a video on the Norinco SKS Sporter Type 56. This video is meant for education purposes only. It is also meant for SDI's Firearms Tools Lab Week 2 Field Stripping, class number FTT 1049155. The field stripping procedures is to remove the rear receiver cover, the bolt carrier, the bolt, the recoil spring, as well as the gas cylinder and handguard, the front gas piston, and the piston extension, as well as the piston extension spring. Before we get started, we need to go over firearm safety. Treat every firearm as if it were loaded. Never point a firearm at anything you do not intend to shoot or destroy. Know how to safely operate your firearm and how all of its safeties work. Use appropriate eye and ear protection. Always keep firearms unloaded until ready to use. Live ammunition is not allowed in the work area. And never use live ammunition to functions check firearms. Use snap caps only. Before we strip this firearm down, we need to locate the safety. Safety is located right next to the trigger on the right hand side. This little lever is your safety lever. When it is down, it is on fire. When it is up, it's on safe. The next thing we need to do is check the firearm for ammunition. First thing we're going to do is to remove the ammunition source. To do this, we're going to open the magazine and make sure there's no ammunition in the magazine. How we do this is locate the magazine catch located between the magazine and the trigger guard. Pull this catch. We'll release the magazine, ensuring that the magazine is empty. After that, we need to clear the chamber, so we will need to rack the bolt back, and you cannot lock the bolt back with the magazine open. So we'll open the bolt, close the bolt, shut the magazine, and lock the bolt to the rear. When you open the bolt, you can visually see there's nothing in the chamber. However, now we need to physically check, so we'll close the magazine, lock the bolt to the rear, and using your finger or some other object, as well as a light, which I do not have one at the moment, we need to check the chamber, make sure there's nothing in the chamber. So I will use this small tool. I can place it inside the chamber, ensuring that there's nothing in the chamber. And now I know the firearm is safe. So, close the bolt. We need to start our field stripping procedure. First, you need to locate the takedown latch at the rear of the receiver. This latch houses a small pin that goes across and a cross pin that locks it into place. This latch can be very stiff. However, you should be able to do it with two hands, pushing it up to a 90-degree angle and pull it straight out. For the purpose of this video, I'm going to use a pair of pliers, as I've only got one hand. Should be very easy. Should just pull straight up. When it is at a 90-degree angle, should be able to wiggle it out until it stops. Okay. Now we will remove the receiver cover. By doing this, you got to pull straight back. Remember, it's under spring tension from the recoil spring. Now we will remove the recoil spring, the bolt carrier and bolt assembly. There's your bolt carrier, your bolt assembly. To take off the gas cylinder / handguard, you need to locate the takedown lever, located right here. And the way that they built this, they meant for you to take the bolt, the back side of this bolt on the firing pin, the big fat round side, should fit right into the hole on this lever, allowing you enough leverage to move this lever straight up to its first click. After it clicks once, you can remove the upper handguard as well as the gas piston. After you have completed this, you can take the gas piston and locate the piston extension, pushing it inward slightly and push the lever up till it releases the piston extension. Now the piston extension and piston extension spring are all out. The firearm is considered field stripped. So there is a picture of all of your components and the firearm completely field stripped. Now we need to put this back together, starting with your piston extension spring. With the lever at 90 degrees, start your piston extension and piston extension spring inside the hole. Take your long gas piston, applying small amount of force, and be careful not to lose your piston extension. Compress the spring and push the release lever down to its first click. Now you can take your gas piston, put it back in your gas cylinder / upper handguard, line it up to the grooves on your gas block, and slide it right into place. After that, you can take your release lever and push it all the way down until it clicks. Next, you need to take the bolt and the bolt carrier, locking them back into place, making sure they fit correctly. Drop them straight down and push slightly down at the same time of sliding it forwards until it stops. Then you will need to release the magazine follower, unlocking the bolt, allowing it to slide forward. The bolt carrier and bolt is now inside the rifle. The next step is to take the recoil spring, line it back up to the hole inside the bolt carrier. Then take your receiver cover and make sure that your takedown latch is at 90 degrees and all the way slid out. Take your receiver cover and slide it forwards, allowing it to slide into place making sure it is fully seated and flush on the back as well as the top side. And now the receiver catch will slide all the way in. Sometimes they're a little bit difficult. Once it is all the way in, sometimes they have to be tapped in. This one's a little tight. Okay, now that it's all the way in, we can slide it straight down, locking it into position. That is a fully field stripped and reassembled SKS rifle.